Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, there is the unmistakable figure of the charismatic Eric Cantona. Poet, philosopher, player extraordinaire. Perhaps one of the most compelling characters ever to grace a football field.
Yeah, and don't forget, an inspirational leader too, who always rose to the occasion. And he'll have...
Can he finish?
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Gerrard. He's had it taken off him. And the pass is intercepted. Thuram. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. He's a sharp little ball here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Cantona. Gerrard. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Maldini. Pressing high and with purpose. Troyes still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Looking for options for move. It's Ibrahimovic! He's been caught on it here. Rijkaard gets good distance on it. Del Piero. And it's Ibrahimovic. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Ferdinand. Luis Suarez. Now, he's got space here. Now, that's well seen too. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ibrahimovic. Nedved. Great vision. Now it's Cantona. Hazard. Vieira makes the interception. Gerrard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that's going up front in a hurry.
Couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And it's Hazard. And here's Cantona. Now this could be a chance. And he's in on... Can he finish? Just not quite happening for him just now.
Spain really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Ibrahimovic, pass somewhat off target. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Vieira. Nedved. Gerrard. In with the challenge. And it's Gerrard. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! Goal! Troyes! And Troyes score first. Swift, incisive, deadly. All done in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break, and it's very nicely done.
Troyes have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
No, that's been intercepted. And here's Cantona.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a pretty loose pass. He's picked his way through. Del Piero with the cross. Hazard! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Troyes really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Troyes have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 7.
So off we go once more. Troyes carrying a one-goal lead. Just eases him off the ball. Ibrahimovic. Well, that looks a decent ball. And the Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he...
Ibrahimovic! Oh, what? In for the pieces! Vieira. Spain upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Gerrard. Now, can they get him away? And that pass just didn't quite work. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shot.
Goes for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
This might spell danger. Troyes have the chance to go the other way. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to... Takes a shot! He scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Messi tries a measured ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Such good technique.
Ibrahimovic. He's having a shot! It's hit the upright. Messi. Knocks it into space. Vieira. Tries to pass it through. Shoots! Goal! Spain! And the comeback is complete! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well, it's shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Well, it's an inspired substitution, terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant. Spain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And this he's had a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Ibrahimovic. He could be in here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vieira gets across to intercept that. And here's Nedved. He's on it, can he get away? Now, and a chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Troyes complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And it's made its way to him.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Messi. Nedved aimed beyond the defence. Now it's come to nothing. Thuram. Yamal chasing after it. He's in a great position here. Played out wide. That's an imaginative pass. Platini could try cutting inside here. Lahm plays it in. Oh, well played. Tries to play it through. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Switzerland against Troyes.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. The hugely experienced Hugo Lloris is looking as focused as ever, Jim.
He is, and that focus, Peter, is just one of his many outstanding qualities. For me, his speed, his reflexes, the decision-making, all stand out as well.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying to hit the front line here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, played right into his path. Luis Suarez. Conte.
This is the time you need that pace.
Ricky Puig. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Seedorf. Nicely aimed pass. That has not gone well. Azar. And it's Isco. And it's Forlan. Here's Ricky Puig. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Hazard. Rummenigge. Played out wide. Great defending, strong and determined. Could move up a gear here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Isco will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And we have our very first corner. Hazard with the short one. Oh, that was vital. Vieira tries to pass it through, crosses it in, up he goes! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Troyes are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Seedorf. And it's Vieira. It's Seedorf. Pirlo. Seedorf. And this is Ibrahim. It's Ibrahimovic! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
There's the shot! Goal! Troyes! The breakthrough strike! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Troyes have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that's well spotted. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. Ibrahimovic! No mistake! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
And look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Azar. Forlan. Troyes have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Azar. And here's Forlan. Bellingham, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, taken with style! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Isco is always looking to break lines. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Has been indicated.
Hazard. Rummenigge. Isco. And this is Forlan. Chance! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to see.
And the half-time whistle goes. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
With a quick request for
terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Maldini. Saliba. Troyes looking to pass their way through. Can he get it through? He's having a go! And the ball's come loose here. Lloris trying to keep this in. Thuram with the clearance. And he welcomes it in. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Just eases him off the ball. Forlan.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pirlo. Azar. Quality ball. He's looking wide. Rummenigge. And it's Conte. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
In towards the back. Oh, what a climb! Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ibrahimovic looking for the run. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a promising position. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ricky Puig. Serginho. Hazard looking to penetrate opposition lines. Pirlo. Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him. Might be... Big chance! Goal! Trois! And they get themselves in front!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Substitution for Switzerland. Number 9, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number
Both sides then
21,
taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 27.
So we have a breakthrough.
Serginho.
Now how will things develop
Number
from here?
22, Isco.
Ricky Puig.
Number 23, Hazard. Coming on the
He's
field.
managed to get himself
Number
offside.
7, Owen. Number 20, David Villa. Number 14, Guti. Number 17, Bellingham. Number 4, Raúl. Substitution in progress.
Trois are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And here's Owen. Guti. A header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And here's Bellingham. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dinks one through. No luck with that dink over the top. Threads one in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That pass has been well intercepted.
Trois surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Mbappe, and that could set him on his way. Face and a chance! Conte. Bellingham can see things, others simply cannot. David Villa. Great vision. He's had a shot! Goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground.
Shot a goal! Goal! Switzerland! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries to play it through. Neatly clipped into space. That's the keeper's ball.
Trois really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks and sustain some pressure.
And it's Guti. Just about within shooting range. Gattuso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's running through. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
Mbappe. And they've got rid. And that will be it. Troyes can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. And he shoots! It's run loose, who's going to get there? A nicely aimed pass, spread it left. And it's Messi. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, cracking ball. And he's gone backward here. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Michael. Some really good ball movement. Well read, and the danger is averted. Is there any support? He might not need it. Ibrahimovic against the crossbar.
Germany would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's gone loose. Now the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Passing nice and neat. Ibrahimovic, very much a man of this moment. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot a goal!
Troyes are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Mbappe. Nedved.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the... He's having a shot! They've done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away.
It's Ibrahimovic! Seedorf. Pirlo. Seedorf. Oh, they can break here. Bale looking to penetrate opposition lines. Nedved. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Germany awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. Keeper's dealt with that. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice sequence of passes this. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Germany have their third corner. Terrific header! And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Germany find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And this is Luis Suarez. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. This looks promising. Chooses... Can he finish? Nedved. Look at the space here. And this is Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. And this is Messi. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. He's through, now is he in? Time and again they are repelled. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Nedved. He's in a great position here. And it's Seedorf. Nedved. Seedorf.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well timed, excellent interception. Seedorf. Well read, nice interception. Messi. And that'll be the final action of the first half. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
And it's Maicon. Maldini does well to get it back. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Seedorf. And this is Bale. Troyes ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Mbappe.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Oh, this is a great position. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's intervened well there. Nicely weighted ball. And it's been played through. Suarez finds himself offside. Luis Suarez looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Vieira. Maicon. Germany looking to pass their way through. Luis Suarez. Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. It's a pretty loose pass. That'll be a corner.
Substitution for Germany, number 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 7, Mbappe. Number 10, Messi.
And it's been taken
number
short.
17, Nedved.
Takes aim and crosses.
Number 3,
Ibrahimovic!
coming on the field, number 11.
Germany have the
Bale.
chance to go the other
Number
way.
9, Didier Drogba.
This is
Number
Dembele.
20, Pele. Number 6, Rico.
And it's Ibrahimovic.
Number 2,
A lot of space. It's Dembele! He has done it! They're back within reach! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
That's rather hopeful. And the counter is on. Bale. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Drogba. Gattuso cuts out the pass. That has been cut short. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Troyes clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Picked out Drogba! Now, who's going to be first to this? Gattuso gets over and intercepts. Saliba. Nedved. Ibrahimovic. And it's Bale. Nedved. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Vieira. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's nice. Nedved. Looking for options for movement. Pele. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nedved. The final 5 minutes. Ferdinand. Vieira. And now the breakaway. And here's Drogba. And here's Bale. Maicon. The ball goes in. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And time is up. In the end, then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Terrific header! No, not the best of headers. Couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Aimed beyond the defence.
You know, Peter, I like players who get on with things with a minimum of fuss, and on that team sheet is Sergi. He's a very good example of that, always prepared to do the uglier part of the job, and we should never ignore that, you know.
Just a proper business-like player.
Yeah, I mean, maybe my full-back bias is kicking in here.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Saliba. Now it's Yamal. And he's quick to snatch it back. Shot at goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Tottenham have the chance to go the other way. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Looking to play him in. Yamal, great vision. And that is expertly dealt with. Gets a good foot in there. Ibrahimovic. And Pepe. Calafiori can see things others simply cannot. Pinches it off him. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Still goalless. Another pass just keeps it ticking. It's Ibrahimovic! He's scored! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Scholes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Scholes. Yamal. Gerrard. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something.
Pirlo! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Pepe goes direct.
Troyes are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Suarez finds himself offside. Jordan Henderson.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. No, that's been intercepted. Pirlo. Knocks it into space. Oh, super ball. Caught offside that time. Sergi. And it's Pepe. Bale, who does have an assist to his name. Sergi. Calafiori. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Totti.
Troyes truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
That is a brilliant interception. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Scholes might just make this. Pirlo. Trois finding their passes. And it's Bale. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Played into space out wide. He's got away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, super find. Shot could be on.
Has been
A header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Scholes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now Gattuso. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Bale, nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Pirlo. Nicely aimed pass. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Pepe. Pirlo. Not the most accurate pass. And he's being shifted off it. Pepe. Trois still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And it's Gattuso. Jordan Henderson. Oh, that's a key interception. Now they could break here. He's in a good position here. Ibrahimovic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Yamal. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's Scholes! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Pepe. Could be danger here. He's on it. Can he get away? Danger averted for now. There will be a throw-in.
Trois really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Gerrard. Suarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Luis Suarez. Gerrard.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Jordan Henderson. Tottenham looking to pass their way through. Now that looks a decent ball. Yamal receives it in a good position here.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Nedved. Tries to play it through. And there's green grass ahead of him. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's come back out to him. Oh, it's come loose. Sergi gets good distance on it. Can he get on the end of this? Vieira cuts out the pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition...
Decent chance! He has done it! Trois! Back on level terms!
After 83
Oh, one moment you're in
minutes,
possession, the next you're
number
picking the ball
9,
out of your own net.
Luis
That one will
Suarez.
sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Is number 18, Ferran Torres.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Trois grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Vitinha. They're urging him to shoot.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Lam tries making a foray down the right. And it's Lam. Saliba gets across to intercept that.
There will be
Floated
one
through.
minute added time.
And this is Ibrahimovic.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicked it back promptly. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expected buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
FC Barcelone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And the ball's come loose here. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass. Takes a shot! It's Dembele!
Well, definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Fired deep towards the back post.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Nice looking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Ibrahimovic. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ibrahimovic! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Ibrahimovic brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's gone looking for safety. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is great defending, so alert. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lam. And he welcomes it in. Shot at goal!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ibrahimovic! 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Short changes him with that pass. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Vitinha. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, it's Dembele. Araujo, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Oh, it's Dembele. Bellingham. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham. And here's Ibrahimovic. Lam delivers.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Looking for the... Goes for a shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Bullet really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's Dembele. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Back into the middle. Lahm, chance to deliver. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, driving on and making good progress. That's a shade optimistic.
Temps additionnel.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Pullet receives it in a wide position. Ball driven towards the far post. Vitinha. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So we're straight back. Big chance! And it's come back out to him. Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And yes, it's there! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Not a defender in sight. He had shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lahm did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Gerrard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Dembele. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, it's come loose. Looking tidy in possession here.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And this is Dembele. Dembele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ibrahimovic. Vitinha. Nedved. Played out to the right.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Real chance. And a shot! Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Well read, nice interception. Oh, good spread. Bullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gerrard. Can he get on the end of this? Yaya Toure. And here's Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, nice touch. That is a brilliant interception. Ibrahimovic. Trois finding their passes. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Hullet. Maicon. Great run on the overlap here. Maicon made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Dembele. Yaya Toure. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter.
Oh, they could be caught out here. And the ball's gone astray. Now it's Dembele. There's the shot! It's in! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter.
And there goes the final whistle. Troyes were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're underway. Nedved completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played out wide. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, good take in a good area. Stood up well to him there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Platini! I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Tries to cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Raul. Vitinha. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul concedes a free kick for that. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Trois yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, that pass isn't the best. Cannavaro. And it's Luis Suarez. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
It's a searching pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Out to the right. Suarez receives it in a wide position. That's an excellent interception. Vitinha. Raul. That's really well manoeuvred. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking for the run. And this is Nedved. Luis Suarez. Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Maldini. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Luis Suarez. Look at the space here. Decent chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Nesta. And it's Vitinha. Now Platini. And the shot's on here. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And it's Bergomi.
That's good play from him.
That's really good defending. And we have our very first corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Trois are looking to go forward now. And he has been fouled there. Pirlo. Picked out chance! Suarez looks to get on the end of this. Nedved. Vitinha wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now this could be a chance. It's Luis Suarez! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Vitinha. Yaya Toure. It's Bergomi. Oh, this looks sharp. That's been cut out, well played. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope to get...
Vitinha!
Vitinha really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
No, that was never going to make it. And he's picked out the run. It's Luis Suarez! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Raul. That's an imaginative pass. Gullit gets into a good position. Pirlo. And it's Nedved. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Luis Suarez. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vitinha. Now Platini. Gerrard. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Troyes present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So this the chance to fire his team in front. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And reclaimed it in a trice. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Platini is in a really good position out wide. Gerrard. Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's Suarez. Closing in on Luis Suarez! No mistake! And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Passing nice and neat. Pirlo. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, Red, nice interception. Vitinha. Half an hour gone in the second half. And this is Luis Suarez. Backward it goes.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Gerrard. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And Hullet! Superb from Hullet! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they are cruising away.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
A case now of complete control. Ibrahimovic. Nesta gets rid without sophistication.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Platini. Great vision. And this is Hullet. He's one, tries a shot! A whisker away from making it 4.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Oh, real chance! Yes! Just cruising! They are cruising! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Ibrahimovic! Raul. Hullet. Gerrard.
Il y aura
And it's
4
Hullet.
minutes de temps additionnel.
Raul. Looking for options for movement. Hullet looking to penetrate opposition lines. Gerrard. There will be 4 extra minutes. Time and again they are repelled. Luis Suarez. Good ball, good take. And this is Luis Suarez. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Troyes have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So Dida between the sticks for this one, widely recognised, as we all know, Jim, to be one of the great keepers from Brazil.
The big easy for me. There was indeed a
terrible pass. And he's a chance for a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. Vieira. Trois have reclaimed it. Pirlo. Trois finding their passes. And it's Pirlo. That's Vieira. Oh, that's superb. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Villa. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Pirlo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
No, it's come to nothing. Gerrard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Luis Suarez. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Villa. Trois are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Vieira. Trois do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And here's Gerrard. He's a sharp little ball here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Conte. Jordan Henderson. Pressing high and with purpose. Here's Caceres. Chanatip. And Mateus. Pirlo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alert. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Trois presented with a golden opportunity here. So the would-be breakthrough moment. Oh, great save by Dida! Oh, that pass isn't the best. This looks promising. That's good play. Good read, needed to be. Chanatip. Rummenigge. Mateus. Nice-looking ball. Good ball over the top. There's no flag. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for a runner. That has not gone well. Mateus. David Villa. And it's Conte. Now that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Mbappe. Kante spots it and intercepts. And that's really well manoeuvred. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Chance! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Rijkaard. Now Van de Ven. Caceres. Some good work on the right flank here. That ball looks a good one. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's having a shot! Mateus. And that has left him in a heap. And the referee brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, look, it may be 0-0, but it's had its moments. I think the most notable, of course, being the missed penalty. It could prove to be pretty costly, and we'll have to wait and see on that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I've been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Showing great feet there. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. And it's Gerrard! He's missed, but not by that far. Mateus, David Villa. And it's Conte. Gerrard. Messi goes steaming forward. He is through here. It'll be a throw-in. Chanatip. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Now the delivery. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Mbappe, who needs just a moment to score a goal. And here's Suarez. And he's had a hit. And it's hit the woodwork and out. Decent enough try.
Suarez certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
Changement en cours.
Liverpool can now introduce the first of their substitutes. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Van de Ven. Rijkaard. Plays the return pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mateus really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Kluivert could move up a gear here. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Mbappe. Gerrard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. And he's intervened well there. And it's Griezmann. Owned beyond the defence. Griezmann crosses. Messi.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Picked out brilliantly. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Changement pour 3. Le numéro 3.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Luis Suarez. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 30.
That is good pressure, just
Messi.
hounded him off it.
Le numéro 17. Vieira. À leur place.
Kluivert
Le numéro 24.
plays it through.
Le numéro
Well, it's a
20.
move of great
Le
promise,
numéro
but
10.
will it really prove productive?
Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 19. Le numéro 15. Sidorf. Attention, changement.
Well, they've got it again. It's a good run down the right. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he shoots! Oh, it's in! Save the best for last! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Il y aura 2 minutes
Trois
de temps
take the lead.
additionnel.
Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
That looks a cracking ball. Ibrahimovic! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Delivered. He rises! And with that, the final whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingered